Well, hey there everyone, Kaye here on my homestead. It's been a long day. Just got home from driving about 5 hours total. And so it's Sunday and I went over to see my mother, and while I'm in that area west of Nashville, I picked up a few things at Sprouts, and I also have breakfast with an old friend from my hometown who lives near there. So it's sort of my new sort of favorite thing that I do, you know, connecting with old friends and just having that hour to just put all the worries away and just have a nice bit of food. This coffee shop serves healthy food, and so that's nice. And then I went over to see my mother, and she you know, the increased pain medication, she's unable to really communicate, or before, at least when I would speak to her, she would look in my direction, even though she couldn't really see me because of the macular degeneration. But now she can't really open her eyelids. And so that's where that's at. And so I want to try to get back over there 2 or 3 times this week. It's going to be a scorching week. And heaven forbid that we have a power out or something like that, and I'm running back and forth to Nashville. And you know, when I go, I leave the cats inside, and of course it's cooler in there than out here. It's going to be in the 90s, and drought. We haven't had any rain, significant rain, in, I don't know, it feels like 2 months now, maybe just 6 weeks. But I spent 2.5 hours watering yesterday, and that didn't even get everything, but I got quite a bit done, and it all needs to be done again. But now it's pushing 6 p.m. and so I probably am not going to get any watering done tonight. Probably have to go tomorrow. So the wonderful thing that happened today is that I reconnected with one of my late bloomer fans who's been following me for years, and we met briefly in the area in the Nashville airport. She was picking up her son, and I just said, well, I'm going to be going right on I-40 right by the airport. And so we just did she actually gave me some plants, some of which are still alive. I should go get, hold on. I've got 3 of these geraniums that made it. I had 4, and I had these indestructible geraniums in California that was right outside the little front windows. If you recall, I used to sit out there and do videos on the same little metal table and chairs I have on this porch. And behind me were these geraniums, and they had been there for like, at least 4 of them had been there for the whole time, 25 years. And they were in ceramic pots, which, you know, suck up a lot of moisture. And so, and they didn't get, the rainfall never hit them because it was under the, you know, roof up there. So I can't believe they lived. But these were really hard to get going, but now they look like they might make it. Of course, everything's going to have to come in this winter that I want to live. Yeah, I'm not sure about these. I'm going to have to find out. Anyway, we planned a rendezvous today at a lovely coffee, well, it's not a coffee shop, it's a tea shop, I guess you'd call it, where they have all kinds of teas, and you can order them sparkling, cold, on ice, or hot, and you can stipulate the temperature that you want your tea. And then they have these lovely sandwiches. I had sourdough bread with, I think it was avocado and fresh peaches and peach jam and I don't know what else. And then roasted rosemary potatoes. It was just delicious. And it was out in the woods, kind of, on a beautiful property in Clarksville. She had, wow, I just got myself wet. I didn't even see that. Must have been in the bottom of that. She has been going there since 1972. At any rate, she brought me all of these things, and I thought I would share with you because, you know, I like to do that. It's great to have community, especially like-minded people that are concerned about prepping and being prepared for whatever's going to happen. This is a loaf of bread, sourdough. She did the beginning last night, and she made the bread this morning. And she put it in a, I think this is called a proofing bag, but she made it out of linen herself. She made the bag. So now I've got a bag for my sourdough bread if I ever start making it. I brought sourdough starter back from Idaho from my friend Patrick, and I still haven't made it. And she has given me, now I don't have to make peach jam. Yeah, peach butter made August 25th, and it looks fantastic. So I have that. And she gave me some books to read. The Bach Flower Remedies, Step by Step. And you know I'm always working on this kind of thing, so that's awesome. And I don't know why, but she wanted to give me this. She thought it looked like me. Oh, this is from the Czech Republic. That's right. She told me that. I was wondering why I couldn't read it. She's got the long braid. I think that's what she was talking about. I said, yeah, it kind of looks like me except for the costume. That's a very interesting item. I used to have these wonderful wooden puppets with beautiful costumes in my California home, and I have no recollection of what happened to them. Maybe they went at the estate sale. And she gave me Diablo Cosmos, a ton of seeds. Probably I could just put that all by itself out on the 5,000 square foot garden. And this is, this is columbine, and I didn't have any luck with columbine, and she said start it in the winter, so you'll be hearing more about my doing that. Then in here we have plants, and I don't know what all's in here, but you can see there's a bunch of plants. They've been in her greenhouse. She was going to give them to me. She almost managed to get over here about 6 weeks ago, and it didn't work out. She also gave me a pineapple plant that actually grew a pineapple this year, and she said it was the best pineapple she'd ever eaten. So she gave me the plant. I've got some coleus and some other things in here. She said go ahead and plant them in the yard, and I guess they'll come back. Wow, I got soaked. And then I stopped at the store on the way back, and I got some sunflower seed for the winter for the birds. It'll be here before you know it, although we have to suffer through this week first. I did give her something. I gave her a late bloomer mug, which you've seen a million times, and I gave her 2 pots of comfrey, and oh yeah, and I gave her a pot of turmeric. There's 2 plants in there, and it was the 2 I started last. They came up last. Took a while for them to emerge in the 4-inch pots, and so they got planted last, and they're about, the shoots are about that tall. And so I gave it to her in a big pot, and I said, you know, just hang on and wait and let it get, my other ones are twice as tall and the leaves are twice as big. And I also wanted to show you this. I have been waiting till the light was right and till the plant wasn't wilted, because I have been putting at least 2 to 4 gallons of water on this plant a day through this heat wave. And it's a cranberry hibiscus that I got last September when I came back from the revival and I stopped in at Patty's, and she had, I can't remember if I gave her seeds or if I gave her plants when she was here, you know, Thanksgiving before last. I was at her place and there was this one tall stem and it went up about, let's see, I got it in my car. I think it was about 7 or 8 feet long, and it came, I put it in the front seat and it came all the way back to here. Well, over the winter it gained about 6 more feet and it bushed out, and it was in the garage. And all I want from that is seeds, because it's so fabulous. It bloomed over winter, just a few blooms, and I didn't find any seeds. They fell off. I don't know what happened. And then it got covered in aphids. Oh my, what a mess. And so it's in winter. I can't pull it out and do anything with it. So I decided to cut off 6 feet. I took off a 6-foot piece. You may remember I made a couple of cuttings, and I rooted those. They rooted in water, and then I planted them, and then they succumbed. I believe they succumbed to aphids too, even though I literally washed these cuttings in the sink with soapy water. Those little buggers didn't wash off, and so I just had to throw it out. It died in that piece, but the piece in the pot, I managed to bring it out on a fair day, clean it up, spray it, give it fertilizer, put it back in there until I could get it out for the summer, and it just exploded. Now, because of the way it grew funny and it got cut off, it had one arm going out like that off of this cut off stem, and it kind of looked like that, you know. It was like, okay, that's never going to have a nice shape, but it managed to fill out sitting over here, and I had to put it in a tray to hold water, because just watering the pot every day was not nearly enough. It would wilt every day. So I was waiting to share this plant with you, and I get home today and the biggest lower branch is broken off. So I'll show it to you, but I just put about at least 4 gallons of water in that. So I didn't want to show it to you wilted, but now it's damaged, and it was wilted. Let's see. And it's starting to perk up. Oh, it's only 87. That's not bad. Air quality alert. It was 93. It was 94, 96. High of 95. Tomorrow 97, 98, 98, 95. And then it goes down a little bit to 88, 87, 86, and 85. I know there's a lot of places that have really hot temperatures. But no rain for 5 more days. Anyway, I don't know if that's gonna take. I tried that with my elderberry bushes, tried to patch. I had some big branches that went down in that tornado, and I tied them up and everything, and they all died. All the branches died. So we'll see if that works, and I can always get cuttings off of the bush. As you saw, it's big. And I was going to do a little video on Linden, an update on Linden, my senior cat, who is 19 and a half. I've always said, you know, when I can see that she's suffering, you know, if she's moaning or she's not going to the bathroom or not eating, then I'll consider having her put down. But I wasn't going to do it until then. And she still walks over to me from her, she sleeps all day, But she gets up when I come in to go to the bathroom, and she walks over to me to get petted. And she drinks a lot of water, and she's still going. But her eyesight is bad, and she's not managing to get her business done in the litter box. And I've tried everything. New litter, bigger box, something on the side to hold. She steps in, but the stuff comes out out the little groove where you step in, because it's one of these big 2 or 3 cat litter boxes. And when I went away to Idaho, I had to put down puppy pads all around the litter box. But all those pads have to be gathered up and thrown away. So when I'm here, I just keep a wet mop in the shower, and I just mop the floor like 3 times a day. So that's what's happening with that. And God doesn't give us any more than we can handle, right? So I'm counting on that. I am certainly counting on that. And I heard a couple of wonderful sermons today while I was driving, and another Bible lesson. I have faith that it's all in His time, and His will be done. So just wanted to share what's going on. Build community. It is so important. And start bartering. Like I bartered with my neighbor this week. He asked for seeds. I gave him seeds. He gave me turnip greens, which, what do you know? I jumped on it and cooked them and ate them the same day. I am so bad about letting things go bad because it's just me. Anyway, I hope this day is going well for you. God bless you. Thank you for being here. Subscribe if you haven't already. Click the bell for notifications so you won't miss an episode. I appreciate your support. You can find ways to support the channel underneath each video. God bless you, and I'll see you in the next video. I can't imagine that tear would heal, but I'm going to give it a shot.